In this game, I'm playing a German guard and discard deck. My opponent is playing a Japanese salvage and surprise strike fighter deck. Always turn off communications. Don't let them get into your head. This first Japanese infantry made me think I was facing a standard rush deck. I was wrong. That first salvage he has played, and then after that, a bomber quickly made me change my mind and pivot. Turn 3 card advantage. He's down to 1 card. This deck, when it works, does a great job of thinning out the opponent's card count. That salvage infantry can be scary, but it only does 1 damage. If you have no units, it can't hurt you all that much. There's a second air unit. This is definitely an air deck. For Japan, though, that means inevitably, at some point in the game, when your HQ is low on health, he's going to surprise you with a Blitz Fury fighter that will quickly destroy your HQ. Because those cards come straight from your op in its hand, it's hard to defend against them. You have to be proactive. Keep your guards up and keep discarding. Ignore the smaller and weaker infantry. So far, my discards have been lucky. He hasn't been able to salvage too much from me. Third fighter, HQ, is down to 6. He could easily ambush me now with a Fury fighter if I don't do something fast. I'm a little desperate, so I have to use the V1 flying bomb. At least I've brought down his potential damage to my HQ next turn to 3. MI5 will make sure that's the last card he gets. I have Admiral Hipper waiting immediately after. No new cards for him for another turn. Finally, a guard and HQ buff. Japan decks are very good about bypassing and destroying your guards. I was lucky he didn't have more cards to take advantage of the situation after my guard was destroyed. To be honest, I should have lost the game here. He had 10 credits and my HQ was wide open. I'm a little desperate here, so I have to use my Leopold sub optimally. He can easily take it off the board now and punish the move. One Fury Fighter ambush would have ended the game here. This Stuka 87 I just played can quickly clear out weak infantry units and pressure his hand. It discards an enemy card the first time one of his units are destroyed. The downside, though, is that it is very expensive. It takes 6 credits to use it the first time. One little hidden feature of this Wolfpack card is that if your opponent's hand is empty, it guarantees a card removal on any unit you play it on. There's the ambush fighter I predicted. I think he was a little unlucky and drew the card late into the match. I have 3 guards now, so that more than counters his expensive ambush fighter. Now that he's played the main gimmick of the deck, the best play to go for is to just force his way through my defenses and leverage his higher HQ health to slowly win the game through a battle of attrition. It's a smart move, and he decides to go for it. I'm forced to use my Annihilation card sub optimally because I need to keep attacking his HQ with my Stuka 87. His fighter is blocking my bomber's attack on his HQ. I didn't get a discard card, but it did destroy his fighter. This is a huge blow. I'm down to my last guard, and I've lost my Stuka now. I don't blame him for continuing. Most people are maniacs like me and bring 8 separate guard cards into a deck. Any other opponent would have run out of guards by now. At the very least, though, I'm forced to use my ARADO as my only source of pressure on his HQ. I don't have many strong attacking cards in this deck. The case yellow buff up to 2 attack, though, does help. This White Death was very damaging. Unfortunately for him now that we're in a battle of attrition, my endless cheap guards can soak up a lot of damage, while his units are few and precious. Most of his units are smokescreened and slow to maneuver into attack position, meaning they don't fare well in the trades we are doing back and forth. Finally, he surrenders with just 8 points left on his HQ. Good game.